Hello class, this is Mani from Liberty University, class American Revolution, and I'm going to be talking today about Jane McCrae and a woman in the Revolutionary War. I'm focusing on Jane McCrae because I found her story really fascinating and relatable, I'm focusing more on what her role did after she passed away. What role she kind of played in on winning the war against the British. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy my presentation. Thank you. Jane McCrae's story begins in New Jersey, where she was born in 1752, neighboring a young boy named David Jones. The two of them became close friends, but soon after her father's death, she was forced to move north to Fort Edwards, New York. Not far after, David's family moved north as well, and the two of them, now much older, had decided that they wanted to get married. But in 1776, the American Revolution had started, and David Jones became a lieutenant in the British Army under General John Burgoyne, and her brother became a colonel in the Continental Army. Therefore, the wedding was called off. That is until summer of 1777, when young Jane, 17 years old, leaves her brother's house to join David in Fort Edwards to get wed. Having a friend that had connection in the British Army, General Burgoyne had sent for a group of Native Americans to escort them to the British camps. Soon after, Lady Jane McCrae was murdered. British explorer Thomas Anbury claims it was two Native Americans from the Lenape clan that took her by force, raped, murdered, and scalped her. This is not true at all. She was being escorted by the natives to a British camp. The British Army was working with the natives, so it sounds about right that General Burgoyne had the Lelopes escort her from Fort Edwards safely to the camps. What actually took place is still not 100% known, but what we do know is her body has been exhumed several times. Historian James Finney Baxter has written in his book British Invasions from the North, 1887, that after exhumation of her body, only bullet wounds were found, and no arrow or tomahawk, which was the weapon of the natives back in 1777, were struck. It is stated that when the natives arrived to the camps, General Burgoyne questioned the natives, and one of them said that she was killed by the Patriot forces attacking them at Fort Edwards, and so at the time of them fleeing, Lady Jane McCrae was shot and died 27th of July of 1777. One thing is certain, that her death helped defeat the British Army and General Burgoyne at Battle of Saratoga. She became used as a war propaganda against the British, and her death was widely announced in the colonies and inspired American resistance against the British. Soon in the 13 colonies, it was being published that Burgoyne had used natives to intimidate the colonies and the people. But people's reaction was not scared. They were inspired to rise against Burgoyne in October 1777 in the Battle of Saratoga to win over the British in the Revolutionary War. As Lady Jane McCrae's story, well, she became American folklore she is today. Thank you.